Day 210, Exile, Isaiah 41 through 42, Ezekiel 2 through 3, Proverbs 12 verses 1 through 4. Let's begin. Isaiah 41:42. Let the islands be silent before me, and let the nations take new strength. Let them draw near, and then speak. Let us apply for judgment together. Who has raised up a just man from the east, and has called him to follow him? He will place the nations under his gaze, and he will rule over kings. He will cause them to be like dust before his sword, like chaff driven by the wind before his bow. He will pursue them. He will pass by in peace. No trace will appear after his feet. Who has worked and accomplished these things, calling to the generations from the beginning? It is I, the Lord. I am the first and the last. The islands saw it and were afraid. The ends of the earth were stupefied. They drew near and arrived. Each one will help his neighbor and will say to his brother, "Be strengthened." The coppersmith striking with the mallet encouraged him who was forging at that time, saying, "It is ready for soldering." And he strengthened it with nails so that it would not be moved. But you, O Israel, are my servant, O Jacob, whom I have chosen, the offspring of my friend Abraham. For his sake, I have taken you from the ends of the earth, and I have called you from its distant places. And I said to you, "You are my servant." I have chosen you, and I have not cast you aside. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not turn away, for I am your God. I have strengthened you, and I have assisted you, and the right hand of my just one has upheld you. Behold, all who fight against you shall be confounded and ashamed. They will be as if they did not exist, and the men who contradict you will perish. You will seek them, and you will not find them. The men who rebel against you will be as if they did not exist. And the men who make war against you will be like something that has been consumed. For I am the Lord your God. I take you by your hand, and I say to you, do not be afraid. I have helped you. Fear not, O worm of Jacob, you who are dead within Israel. I have helped you, says the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I have established you like a new threshing cart, having serrated blades. You will thresh the mountains and crush them, and you will turn the hills into chaff. You will winnow them, and the wind will blow them away, and the whirlwind will scatter them. And you shall exult in the Lord, you shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. The indigent and the poor are seeking water, but there is none. Their tongue has been dried up by thirst. I, the Lord, will heed them. I, the God of Israel, will not abandon them. I will open rivers in the high hills, and fountains in the midst of the plains. I will turn the desert into pools of water, and the impassable land into streams of water. I will plant the cedar in a deserted place, with the thorn, and the myrtle, and the olive tree. In the desert, I will plant the pine, and the elm, and the box tree together. So that they may see and know, acknowledge and understand together, that the hand of the Lord has accomplished this, and that the Holy One of Israel has created it. Bring your case forward, says the Lord. Bring it here, if you have anything to allege, says the King of Jacob. Let them approach and announce to us the things that will occur. Announce to us the things that were before. And we will apply our heart to them, and we will know their end. And so, reveal to us the things that will occur. Announce the things that will occur in the future, and we will know that you are God's. Likewise, accomplish good or evil, if you are able, and let us speak of it and see it together. Behold, you exist out of nothing, and your work is from what does not exist. He who has chosen you is an abomination. I have raised up one from the north, and he will arrive from the rising of the sun. He will call upon my name, and he will reduce magistrates to mud, like a potter working with clay. Who has announced this from its rising, so that we may know it, or from its beginning, so that we may say, you are just? There is no one who either announces, or predicts, or hears your words. The first one will say to Zion, Behold, they are here, and to Jerusalem, I will present an evangelist. And I saw, and there was no one among any of them to consult, or who, when I asked, could answer a word. Behold, they are all unjust, and their works are empty. Their idols are wind and emptiness. Behold my servant, I will uphold him, my elect, with him my soul is well pleased. I have sent my Spirit upon him. He will offer judgment to the nations. He will not cry out, and he will not show favoritism to anyone, either will his voice be heard abroad. The bruised reed he will not break, and the smoldering wick he will not extinguish. He will lead forth judgment unto truth. He will not be saddened or troubled, until he establishes judgment on earth. And the islands will await his law. Thus says the Lord God, who created the heavens and expanded it, who formed the earth and all that springs from it, who gives breath to the people in it, and spirit to those walking on it. I, the Lord, have called you in justice, and I have taken your hand and preserved you. And I have presented you as a covenant of the people, as a light to the Gentiles. So that you may open the eyes of the blind, and lead out the prisoner from confinement, and those sitting in darkness from the house of incarceration. I am the Lord, this is my name. I will not give my glory to another, nor my praise to graven things. The things that were first, behold, they have arrived. And I also announce what is new. Before these things arise, I will cause you to hear about them. Sing to the Lord a new canticle, sing his praise from the ends of the earth, you who descend into the sea and all its fullness, the islands and their inhabitants. Let the desert and its cities be lifted up. Kedar will dwell in houses. O inhabitants of the rock, give praise. They will cry out from the top of the mountains. They will give glory to the Lord, and they will announce his praise to the islands. The Lord will go forth like a strong man, like a man of battle, he will stir up zeal. He will shout and cry out. He will prevail against his enemies. I have always been quiet, I have been silent, I have been patient. I will speak like a woman giving birth. I will destroy and consume, all at once. I will desolate the mountains and the hills, and I will wither all their grass. And I will turn rivers into islands, and I will dry up the pools of water. And I will lead the blind along a way which they do not know. And I will cause them to walk along paths with which they were unfamiliar. I will turn darkness into light before them, and crooked into straight. These things I have done for them. For I have not abandoned them. They have been converted again. Let those who trust in graven idols be greatly confounded, for they say to a molten thing, You are our God. You who are deaf, hear. You who are blind, turn your gaze and see. Who is blind except my servant? Who is deaf, except the one to whom I have sent my messengers? Who is blind except the one who has been sold? And who is blind, except the servant of the Lord? You who see many things, will you not keep them? You who have open ears, will you not listen? And the Lord was willing to sanctify him, and to magnify the law, and to exalt him. But this same people has robbed and laid waste. All their youth are a snare, and they have been hidden in houses of confinement. They have become victims, there is no one who may rescue them. They have been plundered, there is no one who may say, Restore. Who is there among you who will hear this, who will listen closely and heed this in the future? Who has handed over Jacob into plunder, and Israel into devastation? It is not the Lord himself, against whom we have sinned? And they were not willing to walk in his ways, and they have not listened to his law. And so, he poured out over him the indignation of his fury and a strong battle. And he burned him all around, and he did not realize it. And he set him on fire, and he did not understand it. Ezekiel 2:3. This was the vision of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And I saw, and I fell on my face, and I heard the voice of someone speaking. And he said to me, Son of man, stand on your feet, and I will speak with you. And after this was spoken to me, the Spirit entered into me, and he set me on my feet. And I heard him speaking to me, and saying, Son of man, I am sending you to the sons of Israel, to an apostate nation, which has withdrawn from me. They and their fathers have betrayed my covenant, even to this day. And those to whom I am sending you are sons with a hard face and an unyielding heart. And you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. Perhaps it may be that they will hear, and perhaps they may be quieted. For they are a provoking house. And they shall know that there has been a prophet in their midst. But as for you, Son of Man, you should not fear them, and you should not dread their words. For you are among unbelievers and subversives, and you are living with scorpions. You should not fear their words, and you should not dread their faces. For they are a provoking house. Therefore you shall speak my words to them, so that perhaps they may hear and be quieted. For they are provoking. But as for you, Son of Man, listen to all that I say to you. And do not choose to be provoking, as that house is a provoker. Open your mouth, and eat whatever I give to you. And I looked, and behold, a hand was put forth toward me, there was a scroll rolled up in it. And he spread it out before me, and there was writing on the inside and on the outside. And there were written in it lamentations, and verses, and woes. And he said to me, Son of man, eat whatever you will find, eat this scroll, and going forth, speak to the sons of Israel. And I opened my mouth, and he fed me that scroll. And he said to me, Son of man, your stomach shall eat, and your interiors shall be filled with this scroll, which I am giving to you. And I ate it, and in my mouth it became as sweet as honey. And he said to me, Son of man, go to the house of Israel, and you shall speak my words to them. For you will be sent, not to a people of profound words or of an unknown language, but to the house of Israel. And not to many peoples of profound words or of an unknown language, whose words you would not be able to understand. But if you were sent to them, they would listen to you. Yet the house of Israel is not willing to listen to you. For they are not willing to listen to me. Certainly, the entire house of Israel has a brazen forehead and a hardened heart. Behold, I have made your face stronger than their faces, and your forehead harder than their foreheads. I have made your face like hardened iron and like flint. You should not fear them, and you should not have dread before their face. For they are a provoking house. And he said to me, Son of man, listen with your ears, and take into your heart all my words, which I am speaking to you. And go forth and enter to those of the transmigration, to the sons of your people. And you shall speak to them. And you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. Perhaps it may be that they will listen and be quieted. And the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me the voice of a great commotion, saying, Blessed is the glory of the Lord from his place. And the voice of the wings of the living creatures striking against one another, and the voice of the wheels following the living creatures, and the voice of a great commotion. Then the Spirit lifted me and took me away. And I went forth in bitterness, with the indignation of my spirit. For the hand of the Lord was with me, strengthening me. And I went to those of the transmigration, to the stockpile of new crops, to those who were living beside the river Chebar. And I sat where they were sitting. And I remained there for 7 days, while mourning in their midst. Then, when 7 days had passed, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the house of Israel. And so you shall listen to the word from my mouth, and you shall announce it to them from me. If, when I say to the impious man, You shall certainly die, you do not announce it to him, and you do not speak so that he may turn aside from his impious way and live, then the same impious man will die in his iniquity. But I will attribute his blood to your hand. But if you announce it to the impious man, and he is not converted from his impiety, and from his impious way, then indeed he will die in his iniquity. But you will have delivered your own soul. Moreover, if the just man turns aside from his justice and commits iniquity, I will place a stumbling block before him. He shall die, because you have not announced to him. He shall die in his sin, and his justices that he did shall not be remembered. Yet truly, I will attribute his blood to your hand. But if you announce to the just man, so that the just man may not sin, and he does not sin, then he shall certainly live, because you have announced to him. And you will have delivered your own soul. And the hand of the Lord was over me. And he said to me, Rise up, and go out to the plain, and there I will speak with you. And I rose up, and I went out to the plain. And behold, the glory of the Lord was standing there, like the glory that I saw beside the river Chebar. And I fell upon my face. And the Spirit entered into me, and set me upon my feet. And he spoke to me, and he said to me, Enter and enclose yourself in the midst of your house. And as for you, Son of man, behold, they shall put chains upon you and bind you with them. And you shall not go out from their midst. And I will cause your tongue to adhere to the roof of your mouth. And you will be mute, not like a man who reproaches. For they are a provoking house. But when I will speak to you, I will open your mouth, and you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. Whoever is listening, let him hear. And whoever is quieted, let him be quieted. For they are a provoking house. Proverbs 12 verses 1 through 4. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. But whoever hates correction is unwise. Whoever is good shall draw grace from the Lord. But whoever trusts in his own thoughts acts impiously. Man will not be made strong from impiety. And the root of the just shall not be moved. A diligent woman is a crown to her husband. And she who acts with confusion as to which things are worthy is decay to his bones.